Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me again for Caregiving for Dementia. So this is the first Facebook Live after the course. So this is a special extra support video for those of you who were going through a difficult time. So I was really moved this week because I read some stories and I was feeling really heartbroken from some caregivers that were having a really difficult week and feeling really depressed and really low energy. And I felt like, I've been there and I've made it through and I'm on the other side now. And so I wanted to do a video that was kind of bringing in as much support as I could for all of you who may need it right now. So that's what I'm going to do in about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to just bring things as I can through the technology to hopefully give you a little bit of support and help you feel a little bit of love and care. So the first thing I wanted to do before I kind of do some special things, I just wanted to read a list that I have here as a reminder of things that we can do for ourselves. Sometimes when we are feeling really depleted, we can't even remember what to do. We don't even have the energy to think of what might help us. So I wanted to just kind of read a list of some suggestions and ideas just to hopefully give you a little bit of energy around that. So this is a list of some suggested activities. This is from the Caregivers Toolbox, which is one of the books that I recommended, Caregivers Toolbox. So this is the activity list. Sit in a movie theater watching comedy while eating warm popcorn laced with junior mints. Movies are required, not optional. Soak in aromatherapy hot tub with a collection of short stories or novellas. And I would say, obviously it doesn't have to be a real hot tub and doesn't even have to be fancy aromatherapy. You can take any kind of perfume or a special soap that you like and in a bathtub, and that can work just fine. Build a blanket fort with chairs like you did as a child, and then give your loved one a manicure inside the tent. I really liked this one because at first when I read it, I was like, oh, build a fort, that's really nice for us because it can kind of feel like we're enclosed and it's, reminds us of our childhood. But then when they added, and give your loved one a manicure inside the tent, I thought, that's awesome, because I know my mom loved getting her nails done, and it didn't have to be a full manicure. It could just be the polish. But it's just something that's so sensitive and touching about that gentle manicure process. And I love this idea of doing it inside of like an enclosed tent area. Create something new through a new hobby like photography, furniture, painting. And they said learning how to skydive. I'm not sure how relaxing that would be, but it could be. And I think that the key there is that it's important that we can always imagine and remember that even if we don't have time right this second, or we don't have energy right this second, there can be things that that we can love to do, and if we can remember those things, even if we're not doing them right this second, we can remember them. We can imagine things in our head, and often that's just as good. Meditate daily. Write down your notes and write down your thoughts. Reflect. Take time for reflection. And then I wanted to add some things from my list. So these are things like, again, we kind of know that these things help us, but sometimes we forget. So I just want to kind of read the list and let you take them in. I'll say them kind of slowly and pause so that you can think about it and think, yeah, this could be something I need right now. So good sleep, good food, enough water, time outside, quiet time, exercise, fun, personal treats like having a massage, doing even a self-massage, aromatherapy, music, using maybe some binaural beats that I talked about in the support class, or hypnotic music, or subliminal music can help with creativity, can help with sleeping. So kind of pulling in a more advanced music to support you. Time with friends. I know sometimes I just think I don't have time to make an appointment, or I can't make a date with someone because I don't know if I can keep it. So I just won't make the date. But, we just have to explain, look, friend, I can make the date and I really want to see you. I might have to cancel, but maybe, just maybe I can make it. Or if you have a great friend, maybe they can come to you. And that way it keeps your flexibility. Breathing. So I did teach that breathing technique, the 4-7-8, where we breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and then breathe out slowly for 8 seconds. And do that 3 times. And then out. And then in for 4. Hold for 7. And then out for 8. That just resets the nervous system just by doing that breathing technique. Again, it's just something that we can forget about, but can make a big difference just on how we breathe. Laughter and smiling. As I said in this one, having the suggestion of going to see a comedy, it's true, like watching some cat videos or humor, comedians or whatever it does that tickles your fancy on YouTube, or going to see a funny movie or watching an old funny movie, or just laughing even just for no reason. It changes our physiology and can shake up and loosen sometimes our tightness. So laughter is truly healing. And then I have on here like visioning. So again, like sometimes when we're caregivers, the thing we're doing is we are thinking about everybody else except for ourselves. We get pushed to the side, we get pushed to the back. And that's why we feel so depleted. And it's so difficult sometimes, because we've put ourselves into such a small area, such a small place. So with visioning, it's an opportunity for us to step back in to a little bit of the spotlight and to think about our dreams again, just to dream a little bit. Even if we're not going anywhere, we're just sitting in our chair, it's an invitation for us to dream. So, I know that, gosh, I don't even know how long ago, maybe 20 years ago, I was living a very different life. I was living in New York City. I was working in a corporate office. I didn't have a child. I wasn't a mother. And I had a picture over my desk of a picture from Peru with the beautiful green mountains and a llama that was like looking out over the mountains. And I just had that little picture over my desk because I loved to travel, and I just loved that picture. It just like symbolized this beautiful green mountainous and then the llama. I mean, it was just like, I loved the picture. So I had that above my desk. And 2 years ago, I traveled with my son, and we traveled to Latin America. We traveled to Ecuador, and I did go into Peru briefly and Costa Rica. And I remember at some point I was driving, I was on a bus, and we were going past a volcano, and we were up in the mountains, and there weren't a lot of trees around. And off to the side of the road, there was a hill, and there was a llama on the hill, and it was just this one llama standing in the middle of this field. And I just realized that I was there in the picture. I mean, it wasn't exactly the same picture, but it was very, very close. It was a green field, and I was on a mountain, and there was a llama, and I was, anyway, our minds are powerful. Our minds are so powerful, and when we are focusing so much on caring for another person and neglecting ourselves, our dreams can get can get so soft, and we need to strengthen them. We need to hold on to them. So that's the invitation for vision, is just to take a moment and dream a little bit. And maybe it's draw a picture, maybe it's cut a picture out of a magazine. I mean, having things around you somewhere that you can see it. Putting something on the dashboard of your car that you're going to see every time you get into your car, or I don't know, on the fridge, or whatever, something like that, in the bathroom, on the mirror in the bathroom. So yeah, and then I guess if any of these other words, kind of like if I said one of them, like sleep or water, outside, and you were like, ugh, yeah, I need more of that, or no, I'm not good at that right now, then you can go back and watch my other video, or you can also look at my blogs. I do try to talk about different things. I do have a blog about sleep, and I'll try to do some different things on each of these things, because I want to do a series this month, all series of support. So I'm going to kind of go through these one by one. So today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of provide a little virtual healing session for you. And the way that I thought I would do that is I thought I would do my best to create a little environment. So I have here some incense. It smells like rose, which is one of my favorite scents. And so we'll light the incense. Fire is also so incredibly healing, just being able to look at fire, such a powerful cleansing thing. I have my little incense holder here. So we have our incense. And just let that burn. It'll be right here in front of us. You can see the smoke. Maybe you can smell it a little bit. I know sometimes you might not have the time to do this for yourself, so I'm going to try to do it for you today. And then I'm going to light a candle. I have also a special candle. It's a heavy, weighted candle. It's very sturdy, and it smells like lemon. It's like a very fresh smell. I figured that would go nicely with my rose. So having a candle, even if we have it by our bed, or thing can be just for a little while. You can light a candle before sleep and have that by your bed instead of sorry, I keep forgetting to look at the right place on here, but if you have if you have a candle by your bed as the last light before you go to sleep, it actually can help you sleep as well. So you can kind of have a little meditation or something, say a prayer if you'd like, or whatever, and just kind of offer your frustrations into the fire, and allow the smoke from your incense or the light from the candle to kind of fill you up and cleanse you. You can just imagine that that's what it's doing. we have our candle. Okay, that smells nice. And then just to add a little bit more healing, I have a stick of Palo Santo, which is just a special wood. It smells really sweet. It's like, how can I describe it? I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a cedar. It's not like a sugary smell, but it's very cleansing. So Palo Santo is also, we can just get that heated up. And we're going to just light this. So I'm just going to kind of do this for you. This is your Palo Santo. So I hope that you can smell it a little bit through the screen. And then what I wanted to teach you is a simple poem that actually originated in Hawaii. And I have done this poem. I did it with my mom. I've done it with my son. I've done it with myself. And I personally I feel like it has helped. And it's one of those things, like, it seems really simple, and but sometimes the simplest things are the best. So if you haven't heard of it, it's called Hoʻoponopono. Hoʻoponopono is the Hawaiian name, and it is 4 lines, this poem. The first line is, I'm sorry. The second one is, please forgive me. The third one is, thank you. And the fourth one is, I love you. So when you say this poem, the idea is that you bring to mind someone that you want to say this to. And it can be another person. It can be sent out with the wish to heal anyone. It doesn't have to be like someone in your life. It could be you want to heal someone in the world. It can be a wish for yourself. So you can be saying it to yourself. Sometimes we're the ones who need it the most. So you just say it. And I kind of created a little bit of a song. So I'll just say it the first time, but maybe I'll sing it. I don't know. We'll see. So I just bring to mind someone. And today I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for anyone who's watching this video. I'm saying this to you. So, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So I'll sing it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So it's a little silly, but it's simple. And there was actually a study of a doctor who went into a home. At the time, it was a home where they had placed people with mental illness, because they didn't know how to treat him at the time. It was like in the early, I think, early mid 1900s or something. And he learned about Ho'oponopono, and he just took the file. He would take a file of a person, and he would read the file, and he would sing that song to the person in the file. And then he would take another file and sing that to the next person in the next file. And people started to improve. So I think I always am like, it's worth giving it a try. I feel better when I do it, so I hope that you do too. And I hope that you have found some support today through this. And I look forward to, please tell me if there are things you would like me to do more of. I'm here to try to support you and help you through as much as I can through the screen here. So sending you some extra peace and some positivity and some joy and light today, and I hope that you're able to receive it and sleep well tonight and have some lightness in your heart. Thank you, everyone.